Welcome, everybody. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Hopefully, it's stuff that was card related. If not, like myself, hope everybody had a solid weekend nonetheless. What was anticipated to be a card filled weekend turned out not to be one, but that is A-OK. I think I'm going on now almost a month without a card show, and that's fine too. It keeps dollars in my pocket, keeps hobby dollars in the pocket, and it keeps it so that when the time comes for the national, which is we are counting down the days, I'll be able to put it towards something special, as I think a lot of us here are anticipating on doing that for those that are going to the national. A lot going on. The Heritage auction was this past Friday. I guess there's still some other cards from Heritage that are either just starting or proceeding. I don't know what the case is, but there were a number of cards there were two cards in particular that I put bids on. Almost they were outbid almost immediately. One was for the 1910 novelty cutlery of Christy Mathewson. No big surprise there. And the other one was for the 59 Venezuelan tops of Willie Mays. And I got outbid there too. Kind of surprised me a little bit because, they tell you, everybody talks about how right before the national, people are very cautious on their spending. They don't want to spend a lot now because then when they get to the national, they're not going to have the budget that they had. And I thought that was the case, but clearly there was a lot of spending on this Heritage auction. A lot of big money that went into a lot of these cards. Heritage provides projections on what something will potentially sell for. They had the Mathewson at around $3,000 and more. So they give it like a baseline of $3,000 and more. The card with buyer's premium, I think, sold for about $5,800, give or take. And the 59 Venezuelan Willie Mays sold for about $1,500 buyer's premium. So, those are just two examples that kind of fit in my purview of my collection, are those two cards. But there are other ones. I was reading posts on Facebook groups, vintage Facebook group, like the baseball card groups that are on Facebook, and somebody posted about the Venezuelan Nolan Ryan rookie, and there was one that was a PSA 1 that was being auctioned on Heritage. And I've actually known really only one dealer in particular that had two or three of them at one time. I think he kept one for his collection, and then the other two he sold. But his dealer's name was Brian Fish, who is a specialist in a lot of the Venezuelan stuff. And I've actually had him on the For Collectors channel doing an interview, a collector to dealer interview. I've purchased a number of my Venezuelan cards from him, and it's I always look forward to seeing him. And he doesn't set up at too many shows, but he has an incredible array of Venezuelan cards. So, honestly, for anybody that questions if Venezuelan cards are cooling down, I don't think they are. I think, in fact, you're seeing a regenerated force of collectors that want them. And pre-war, I think, is a no-brainer, especially with low pop pre-war stuff. It's just stuff's going through the roof, and it's interesting to see the dynamics of how auctions usually. Again, I'm just going to reiterate this. I've been told by other collectors, these auctions should cool down because the national is right around the corner. Nobody really wants to spend that much money, but clearly, people, purchase into it. Anyway, guys, let's do a roll call and we'll talk a little bit more. So first on the list is David Bussell. First guy to join. Vintage LSD chill and chat. Yeah, I like it, man. I love it. I love the pun. I should have named it. Oh, man, I had an opportunity there. David, awesome. LSD chill and chat. I should have thought of that. You should be a marketing specialist. If you're not a marketing specialist or a salesman, that's the thumbnail maker or title maker. Phil Negro, what's up? Phil Negro fan at 35. Hey everyone. Carlisle is here. Good evening, home from the home of the All-Star game. Yes, sir. Looks like you'll be hitting the All-Star game village tomorrow morning. That's awesome, man. Have fun. Jacob D is here. Jacob Daw, what's up? Mike from Jayhawker Cards. Vintage Cards is here. Keith, 72 Tops thumbnail tonight. Yeah, I decided to have some fun with the thumbnail because of Doc Ellis and his LSD perfect game. I decided to have some fun with it. Trevor, hello everyone. I hope I get to watch all of this tonight. Storm's getting ready to roll through. Be safe, my friend. Be safe. Ruben is here. Greetings. Dave Peacemaker Cards. Ross Love Cards is here. Rev Steve is here. What's up? Good evening, everyone. ET Card Collector. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Yeah, Mike. It's not that's not on purpose, but because I was anticipating going to a card shop today, but essentially my weekend was filled with exploring New York City or Manhattan yesterday, and then doing a nice kayak today. So that was my day. That was my weekend, in essence. Warren D is here. What is happening, my hobby friends? Mike, we got to a show, Sammy. Yeah, Mike. Well, I wish it's probably a good thing that I'm not getting to a show right now, just to kind of ease up before the big one in Chicago at the National. Just trying to work it all up there. But I think probably next weekend for sure. Garfield, I think, is probably on the horizon. Maybe we'll see. Jason just got back home. Jason, I don't know if you noticed my intro. I found a loophole. +1 on my part. I found a loophole to make this work. We don't have to put a phone or play the music in the background. I found a loophole that StreamYard cannot touch. I don't think they can touch this unless Big Brother's watching. Then maybe they could. But I found a loophole. Snapper Warren sighting. Yeah, he's actually here. For how long? We will see. If he's not working tomorrow, then he will be here for the entire duration of this. Plus. About Alex and Bowman 53. If you haven't seen his Ty Cobb video, be sure to check it out for Card Room Live, and then of course for collectors at 9 p.m. Let's see who else. Simo Brian T counting down the days. Indeed, yes, we are getting closer and closer. I haven't been to a show in over a month either. Need a Philly show in between Strongsville and the National. Yeah, not a bad idea. Maybe sometime. Well, the thing is, let's see. I'm trying to think if White Plains does a show between then. I can't remember if they do. I don't think they do. I think it's Strongsville, and then they did Chantilly. They do Chantilly. They did the Nashville show. So, but as far as the Philly show, yeah, maybe it's an opportunity. But maybe it's just I don't know, logistics, man. Diamond Gems, hello over again, everybody. eBay is here. Even with a PH. Let's see who else. Thanks, Dan. I'm going to try to kind of make the thumbnails fun going forward. So any of the vintage chillin' chats that I do, I'm going to come up with a funky thumbnail for each of them. I think that will kind of help solidify the non-seriousness of this live stream. Keith, I was strongly thinking about blowing my national budget on the 68 Bazooka Mantle. Oh, it was 68 Bazooka. Why am I? Oh, of course, yeah. My brain is not computing. It was, yeah. I don't. What did it end up selling for? I guess I can look it up after. That's wild, though. That is a sweet card. Because it was a pirate, or because it was a colorful like a box of crayons. Yes, absolutely. Brian is here. Gave the video a like. Hey everyone, Brian, got your email, and I will reach out to you. We'll get as we get closer to the show. We'll figure something out about the Juan Marichal card that you won. Which, by the way, Mike is in here. Mike Bokar, who runs the Fishkill show, courtesy of Mike for his generosity in donating the Juan Marichal for that giveaway that we did about a month ago. So, and Brian is a lucky winner. So Brian, appreciate it, man, and I'm glad that it's going to you, my friend. Jason, I may have spent most of my budget for the National yesterday. I look forward to the video. I'll text you later and ask you about the card. Jux Collectibles, I'm looking for 2 cards of the National. Burke Ross Jackie. Ooh, great looking. The Venezuelan Jackie is a 67 Retro Auto. I think that's the one you're referring to. Burke Ross, no brainer. Great, great card. The wrench, the mensch with the wrench. Mookie Chilson, what's up, party people? People have to understand what things are first before they can enter the market. A lot of this kind of stuff is still not understood by large portions of people. David, if you don't mind clarifying what you mean by that. I'm sure somewhere in the chat you were kind of responding back, so I'd be curious to know what you were referring to. When the deal comes, you got to take it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, you got to be financially responsible. So make sure that before you make a deal like something like that, you got to make sure that you are your finance. You don't want to overextend your budget unless you can compensate for it somehow. Pastor Craig, hey everyone, good to have you here, Craig. Knowledge has to become more popular and contemporary first. I assume you're responding to something. I'll wait for your response further. Let's see. Hey, Jokes, those are 2 beautiful Jackies. Yes, Stephen with a PH would know. He is essentially Mr. Jackie Robinson collector. Let's see. Just catching up. A lot of people responding back and forth. Okay. Of course, man, the new Met stuff is great. Tough loss today, but Manaea looked strong. He did. He looked good today. Just unfortunate, just a low-scoring game. Yeah, man, I'll talk to you about it. Unless StreamYard figures it out, which they probably will. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. But I was able to kind of maneuver the intro in a way. And for those that don't know, that use StreamYard, prepare for this. Your intro video that you manually play, if you have the free service, which is what I have, the video that you might start the show with is not available in the media assets anymore. You try to play it, it's going to ask you to upgrade to the premium edition, which the basic premium is $35 a month or $36 a month. It's an absurd amount. But you really, I mean, if you are going to make use of StreamYard exclusively, it makes a lot of sense. But if you're not, I only use it twice a week. Why pay that amount? So no reason. Adam's Card Closet. Hey, what's up, Adam? Hey, Sammy and awesome people are in the chat. Just had Adam on for our 40th episode of Cardboard and Cold Ones this past Thursday. That was absolutely awesome. And it was really, really a great conversation to have about TTM. I'm not a TTM guy. I don't know. I understand the basic idea behind it. But as far as just the intricacies of what goes into it, it was so fascinating. And learning from Adam was a real blessing, and it was awesome to have him on. So go check that video out if you're interested in learning more about TTMing from today's stars to yesterday's stars. Let's see. Orlando is here, our Hobby Palooza ambassador. We're going to get to that shortly. As far as Hobby Palooza goes and Vintage Trade Night, I have some things to show. No big surprise there. Let's see. Just catching up on the chat. Dan says he picked up another card last night on Heritage, a Retro Auto Paul Wainer. I think I busted someone's set registry attempts. Oh, man, you card wrecker. Congrats, man. Theo, Clemente Collector has the Mookie Anthem up. Watched right before I tuned into here. Very cool. Mookie, as I do love the Anthem, I really hope you do not change your intro because your intro is classic. I love that. Like doop doop boop 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 boop. And here's Mookie. Oh, it's classic. You can't change that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, the mayor is here, Chris from Missouri. What's up, Chris? Hope you're doing well, my friend. One of these days, I gotta get to the Midwest and go to these card shows with you, Billy Ball Game, and you guys seem to have a lot of fun. Retorado set is maybe my favorite of all time. The Wainer is great too. Double the awesome pickups. Oh man, this is a stranger we don't see very often in the live stream. What's up, B Roth? Good to have you, man. Good to see you. Hope you had a good day. I imagine you were at the flea market setup today. I think I saw some photos. So I hope you had a good day today, and yeah, preparing, I guess, for the national as we're going to be meeting up. Probably, I imagine. I think we're taking a similar timed flight. And so it would make sense for both of us to meet because I think we're not the same airline, but we're the same time frame on that Wednesday. And it would probably make a lot of sense for us to meet at the Chicago airport, because we're going to get in around the same time and figure out the logistics after that. I think that makes sense. Peeps, what's up, Peeps? Good to have you here, man. My longtime standing buddy here, Peeps. Thank you, David. Yeah, about the Venezuelans. Absolutely. I appreciate you chiming in, man. You've been, absolutely wealth of knowledge on this topic. Let's see. And how they're achieving more attention. Oh, yeah, of course. I mentioned that earlier. Yes, it's really, I have to really kind of go a little bit deeper on this because the Venezuelan cards, they've been around. I mean, obviously, they've been around for a while. They were brought back by guys like Pat Quinn, John Ramirez, who brought them back from Venezuela. I want to say in probably the 80s or 90s. So they've been in the U.S. market for collectors for quite some time. And there's Facebook groups dedicated for that. And you got some big time sellers who sell a lot of the Venezuelan stuff in these groups. Really, really good cards too. So I don't. It makes me wonder, like, was this whole take on Venezuelan cards, has it been an exponential rise post COVID, or was there always some sort of brewing fascination with them even before the big boom in collecting? So I'm going to look into that because I think it'd be an interesting case to look into. Let's see. A lot of conversations. Oh, Aaron, what's up, buddy? I'm good to see you here, man. I'm sad to hear you won't be at the national, but good that we're going to be. We'll digitally see each other at Hobby Palooza. So I'm looking forward to having you on. And another guy who I'm going to have on Hobby Palooza on my Cardboard and Cold Ones with Jason, Aaron, and my buddy Lenny here, man. Is it? Oh, man, OC Leonard. That's the new nickname that he's been going with. Let's see, Sports Cards. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Good to have you here. Hope you're having a good Sunday as well. Oh, yeah, if you haven't seen Orlando, that new display is absolutely killer. Those mantles lined up next to each other is just like a casual reminder of how awesome Orlando's collection is. Is Petty in the Palooza? He is in the Palooza. Yes, he's doing The Odd Couple with Tony, Southern Collector. Warren is with me. Don't change it. Yeah, don't change it. Let's see. Yeah, keep it Mookie. Absolutely. Mike says, yes, come out here sometime and bring Jason. I don't know, man. Jason and Chris they butt heads, man. They'll never get along, those two. So that's the prelude organ for Meet the Mets. Oh, I know. And that's Vin Scully. Yep, Game 6 right before. And that's Vin Scully announcing Mookie Wilson's at bat in Game 6. Of course, yeah. I was actually watching the clip recently. Let's see. Who else is here? Greg is here. Thanks for having my 1954 Wilson Wieners card of Paul Richards. He invented the modern catcher's mitt and could pitch both right and left-handed. He's known for the Waxahachie swap. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, the Wilson Franks cards are just a special set. I mean, I wish they had like a Willie Mays card in there, but it makes clearly they don't. But it's a really cool looking set, and I love the color scheme to it. Just a really special looking set. And obviously, the Ted Williams is a very desirable one. But it's cool that Paul Richards is in there, and he learned so much through your knowledge from the start of the week video that we did this past week. So thank you for contributing. Jeremy, what's up, buddy? Good to have you here, man. We're going to be seeing you soon, man. You're going to be headlining the Saturday night event of Hobby Palooza. And of course, Jeremy does his live streams, and he's an absolute professional. Been doing it for quite a while. So awesome to have you here, Jeremy. Hello, everybody. Eddie's Cardboard Chaos all the way out in the Pacific Northwest. I hope those trees are talking to you in a good way, and the owls are not what they seem. I hope you can get that reference. Let's see. Oh, man. I'll say congrats to Dan. I still say he won a monster on Friday in that live auction. Yeah, man. Look forward to seeing it. Rudolph, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well, man. Post-surgery, I hope you're recovering. It sounds like everything's went smoothly. So, speedy recovery to you, my friend. Let's see. Jason says he's simply jealous of Chris's good looks. That's why they can't stand each other. Let's see. Just trying to a lot of good responses here, man. This chat is bumping tonight. Have you ever seen the Willie Mays blasting cap ad on YouTube? I haven't seen it, so I'll have to check it out. I'll look it up later tonight. Man, oh man, I have so many announcements to make, but I think I got to the end of the chat. There's a lot of people just saying hello back and forth, and so, yes, go Rudog21. Yes, happy recovery, fast, swift, and quick, my friend. Glad you're with us. A couple announcements. You guys kind of can probably expect this, but as expected, Hobby Palooza right around the corner. This week, starting Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be going all weekend, man. Second year that For Collectors we are hosting the event. We have there's going to be a giveaway that the courtesy, I believe. I'm trying to remember all the giveaways, so forgive me. It's been a little bit tough memory on my end, but I know there's going to be a giveaway of courtesy, I think, of Scott from Reindeer Studios and Eric from Four Leaf. So there's going to be that giveaway, and so a lot of big things happening. But obviously, I want to mention that Hobby Palooza will be sponsored by the Penny Sleever. So Isaac is our sole sponsor for this event. So be sure to check out the Penny Sleever for your card collecting needs. And for the second year in a row, we will be supporting Signatures for Soldiers. And I believe John can correct me if he's here, but if it's not, I believe that the donations, I think it's like every $10 or something like that donated towards Signatures for Soldiers you'll be entered in for the giveaway that's happening. And so we're really hoping we can surpass last year. So our goal is to surpass last year's donations for Signatures for Soldiers. I do want to say, I can't remember the exact amount, but I do want to say it was somewhere about $5,000, a little over $5,000. It could have been more. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head, but Carlisle. Oh man, Hobby Palooza makes me nostalgic for COVID. But yeah, man, Orlando with the assist here, $5,800. We hope to surpass that this year, and I think we're off to a great start based on the conversation I had with John. And as I mentioned earlier, Orlando is our hobby ambassador, Hobby Palooza ambassador, as he did our pre-recorded message, showcasing all the details, all the information pertaining to Hobby Palooza this year. And we have a great schedule and great lineup that we did. John and I did a video last week on it. We published it, but I will be promoting it further on our Instagram page as well as here on the YouTube channels. Just getting the word out, showcasing all the thumbnails, and making sure that you guys are fully aware of the entire schedule, the entire duration of who's going on when. So like I mentioned again, it's this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, July 20th, Friday, July 18th, going all the way through Sunday, July 20th, starting at 7 p.m. and going on to however the night goes. And then I think we start up 10 a.m. the next day on Saturday and so forth. And then Sunday, I think, again, 10 a.m. So the lineup is fantastic. We have a great lineup ready to go for you guys. A lot of a lot of great shows, a lot of variety too. I think you'll really be pleased with the variety of different channels and the different types of collectors that will be making an appearance. So all good things. All good things. And you'll be hearing more about this throughout the week as we're making a big push to get the word out there as much as possible. Now, additionally, coinciding with a lot of this promotion is going to be Vintage Trade Night. Now, let me, okay, cool. Let me switch it around. So, Vintage Trade Night, official national experience, as it is being housed under the roof of the national at the Donald D. Stevens Center. So, convention center. So yeah, the national agreed. We worked out an arrangement to make the four collectors trade night and an experience essentially. So we were Theo is primarily spearheading this, and he has been in the works with Howard Chasser from A Few of My Favorite Things and Leighton Sheldon, who both Howard and Leighton played a big role in getting us this opportunity to host. And so we are going to be hosting the Vintage Trade Night, which is happening on Saturday, August 2nd. And we couldn't be more excited. We have a giveaway. We have a Mickey Mantle card that we're going to be giving away, a really special looking card. I think this particular card, I think everyone really desires. It's such a beautiful looking card. And we also have packs we're going to be giving away, just like we did at Strongsville. So this is going to be on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our sponsors for this event are Collector Investor Auctions, Chris Sewell and Jeremy Dodson, the Texas Snowman. It's their auction house. Just Collect, of course, Leighton from Just Collect, and Howard from A Few of My Favorite Things. Three of our core sponsors this year. And we, again, the free giveaways, and also a select amount of t-shirts as well that we will be giving away too. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of things to really look forward to, a lot of promotion that's going to be happening. So you're going to see a lot of both. A lot of Hobby Palooza stuff first, and then eventually we will get to the trade night as well. So it's a lot of things kind of happening shrunk together. But let me get back to the chat here. Just want to check with everybody here. Okay. Okay. Greg was saying that he was on Four Collectors this week with John. Had a blast. Would love to be on anybody else's channel showing cards. Yeah, that's John's 5 cards. Five cards show that he does has been top notch. Let's see. Mike Petty donated 5,000. The rest of us gave 800. He gave it in the form of a check. I need to get 10K this year. That's a goal. There may be beer and cardboard and cold ones. There might be. And Warren got excited. Yes. Jason apparently has consumed some of the said beer. Absolutely. Call it the Four Collectors Convention Center. Well, let's not jump ahead of ourselves here. Not quite there yet. And he said he can't wait. I've already earned my t-shirt. Awesome. Super sophisticated and impressive organization you guys have created. It's really cool to see what y'all have built, and the charity work is just great. Thank you so much, Jake. I appreciate that, man. Very kind words of you to say that. It's been a lot of hard work. At the helm of it is John and Theo. John with Hobby Palooza and Theo with Vintage Trade Night. But there's a lot of behind the scenes work. Like I'm more of a role player, so I kind of just throw in wherever I can, finding opportunities to make the experience better if I can. Leighton is a good guy. When he saw how big Good Strongsville was, I figured he'd help getting that was a big deal. He helped us as well as as Howard helped us as well. So both played a big role. So cool, man. I think we're caught up on the chat. But yeah, man, listen, not too many, not too much content on shows or anything. It's been a little bit of a dry spell on that, but um, curious to know, like, to whoever has their finger on the pulse of what's going on in the hobby these days as far as shows go. I mean, if anyone else is going to a lot of shows, I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat as far as what's been going down. I know the Nashville show is this weekend, I think, the Nashville show. So I wonder if anybody went to that and if anybody picked anything special up there, or even if it wasn't the Nashville show, if Chantilly was, last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago. So if anybody had some good experiences there they want to mention, by all means. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, when I saw the Doc Ellis, when I thought of Doc Ellis, and I thought, I want to incorporate something with LSD. I think that'd be awesome. And so, David Bussell should, he wins for coming. Like, I wish I used the title that he suggested. I have to go back up in the chat to find it, but it was pretty awesome. Ruben, am I going to DJ the trade night or perform some new material? No, man. I wish I could. I don't have bring my synthesizers with me and my drum machines. Let's do it, man. Let's get ourselves some beats kicking. It looked like Garrett picked up some cool stuff in Nashville. Garrett, yeah, I look forward to his videos. What he does is interesting. He does the card show videos the same way that a lot of these the modern guys do it, or not the modern guys, but primarily modern guys like King of the Cards, I think his name is, who has a huge widespread influence on in the hobby. But he does mostly modern cards, does a little bit of vintage here and there. But he hired somebody to help him record his the deals in person. I think I want to say Ryan Nolan did that as well. But yeah, Garrett's really taken that by storm, man. He's doing those videos where he goes up and he has a buddy of his recording his deals that he makes, and you're involved. You're in the moment with him when he's doing it, which is awesome. So, thank you, Warren. I'm going to do another fun thumbnail next week for sure. Speaking of the Nashville show, does anybody know if the COG cards are okay? I haven't. They stopped making videos. Oh God, it must be a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Snake and Rusty Nuts. COG Sports Cards, they did a lot of, they did mostly breaks, but I was really into them because they're such characters. I don't know what the stipulation was. I don't know if it was health related or financial related, but listen, man, you got to do what's best for you and your family first, and the hobby can come later. Donald Stevens, the former mayor of Rosemont, suspicion of having mob ties to casino that's down the road, and the plane was supposed to be in Rosemont, but alleged mob. That's interesting. That's very specific. Chantilly was awesome. A lot of people are purchasing, looking for 80s rookies for grading. That is interesting. Is that a thing right now? I mean, I guess it's always been a thing, but like 80s rookies for grading the Boggs, Gwynn, Sandberg. I've made attempts maybe twice or three times, 2 or 3 times, where I graded a card that was post 1980, and it's never really worked out in my favor. You have to. It's such a risk. Let me take this back. If you're grading it for your collection, then it doesn't matter. But if you're grading it to sell, to kind of gain more value out of it, an 80s card is really a roll of the dice in my mind. It just depends on what it is. So if you're like grading a Boggs, Gwynn, Sandberg rookie from Topps, or I guess you would have to get like a 9 or a 10, like maybe a 9 or a 10, I would assume, to be able to make it worth your while. But interesting that a lot of 80s cards were being purchased. I miss those guys too, Carlo. They were good guys, man. I hope they're doing all right. Rusty Nuts is that Mookie's stage name. Mookie will answer that one. He's going quiet, though. Have I been to Famous John's new shop in Manalapan? Is that how you pronounce it? Manalapan, New Jersey? Chasing Cardboard just did an Instagram short on them. Great vintage. I'll check them out. I don't know how far that is from where I am, but I'll take a look after the live stream and check it out. Lou Rock, what's up, man? What's up, beautiful people? Just got home. Good to have you here, man. Just buy 9s, yeah. Probably the way to go, Killenny. Yes, it is a big thing. There's a big push with 80s players. Where did this start from? I mean, because like anytime that I don't know who's it with primarily. Who's like who's buying? Who are the people that are buying these 80s cards? Is it a lot of younger people? A mix? Curious. Market is saturated with 80s cards in the 6 to 8 range. Yeah, you're not. You're telling me. You are telling me there are a lot of them. A lot of them out there. Uh, like I mentioned, man, you get a 9 or a 10. I mean, you get a 9. I mean, that's a victory. I mean, now you got me curious now. I want to look this up. Let's look up a Tony Gwynn tops. Might have to take me a second to log in and such, but I'll use VCP and look this up right now and see what we can find. Let's see, what's it? 1983 times. It'll take me a second to pull this up, and I'll share the screen once I have it. But let's take a look. Let's do it. Let's do it. Share screen, Tony Gwynn, and share. Okay, so here we are. Tony Gwynn. So PSA 8 on average, it's going up. I mean that you know this is true, man. You've seen it's going up. 8s, 9s, and 10s. An 8 on average sells for about $40. So let's say you buy a box for like $20. You send it to PSA. I mean, to me, that doesn't make it worth it at that point. But let's see what the sales have looked like. So you got a $43 one that's sold on eBay, and you have a $103 one that's sold on literally 2 days apart from each other. So like half the, $60 less. Let's see. I don't know if this will show you guys. So this is the eBay 8 that's sold. And then here's the 103 that's sold. Interesting. Again, let me go back here. All right, so is there a major difference? I guess there is. Maybe the centering, I guess the centering on this one's a little better, is better than this. Is it $60? Yeah, I guess. Top to bottom might be a little better. Yeah, I guess top to bottom is cleaner. So for $60 more. But yeah, man, I guess that's the case, man. You want to get a 9 or higher. So if you get if you get a 9, then the average is about $210. So let's look at the 9. Yeah. Anyway, just an interesting dynamic, I suppose. I'm just kind of catching up on the chat. People can't afford the big boys, but vendors and collectors are buying. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's hard to compete. Well, if there's 80s Mattingly, it's me. Absolutely, Keith. You are the chief demographic of the Mattinglys. Yeah, I did do well on that. That was the 84 Topps Mattingly. I got a 9.5 from SGC. That was one of the few times I submitted one. And it was actually from a live stream that I did years ago when I was breaking an 84 Topps box, and I got the Mattingly. And I was saying, should I submit it? And everyone said, yeah, I should do it. So 83 Topps, Gwyn, the original big dumper. Very few Gwyns and 10s. Yeah, man, that is true. And Mike is saying also the O-Pee-Chee is hot for 80s rookies. People want 10s. O-Pee-Chee in general, I think, has always been really a desirable, set to go after those the Canadian ones. Tough to find centered. I was actually thinking the opposite about centering on those cards. Okay, so Orlando wants me to check the 10 price. Let's go back. Okay. Let me bring it up. I mean, 10s obviously are going to go through the roof, so that's expected. So 10s on average about 3,800, 3,850. Let's call it 3,850. So here's a 10. This one was with Heritage. I mean, it's like they're incredible cards, but I don't know. From my eye, I can't. Seeing a 9 versus a 10, it's just like when I had that 9 open earlier that sold for 100 and oh no, that was an 8. That 8 that from earlier. I mean, maybe the top to bottom is a little better in this one. I just can't tell. I really just can't tell. So I just, 80s cards. I don't, I just don't evaluate. I don't evaluate them that often. But I guess, for everybody, it's different. It's a lot of fun for certain people. So I'm staying in my lane unless something significant I'm looking for shows up in my range. I feel that, man. I feel that. David says Canadian releases throughout history are fantastic. The Worldwide Gum 36 in particular is really something. Yeah, that's a special set. We used to poo-poo a Pichu back in the day. We thought they were junk in my era. If I only knew then what I know now. Yeah. 3850 because some guy says Gwyn is a 10, or think of the vintage you could get for that amount. That's a good way to look at it. Bowman 53, what's up? Alex from Bowman 53. I mentioned him earlier. The Tide Cobb video that he did was fantastic. You should check it out. And I guess, I'll mention it now. I think I already mentioned this earlier, but obviously Sunday nights are always the triple header nights. I kick things off at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then Alex of Bowman 53, our esteemed commenter here, is going to be hosting his Card Room Live. So that's going to be from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And of course, For Collectors will be headlining at 9 p.m. I don't know if anything's going on after that, so forgive me if I'm forgetting anybody, but that's our triple header. I don't know. Yep, we'll see. So, excited for your live later. Yeah, man. Actually, in about 17 minutes, right about now. 17 minutes from here, from this point. Mike is saying the O-Pee-Chee Gwyn sells for $25,000. My God, that is a crazy amount. Alex on Cobb is a frontrunner for Hobbytown Academy Awards for sure. Who's the host of that event? I can only think it would have to be Petty, because someone who can roast people. I think Petty can do a good job on that. Anyway, guys, we made it, man. 43 minutes. 43 minutes. We still got some time left. I generally finish it around this time, but I'm happy to go a little bit longer. But that's interesting to note about the 80s cards. Cobbs and... Not Cobbs, excuse me. Gwyns, Sandbergs, Boggs. I'm guessing Cal Ripken is probably thrown into there as well. I did it. So the times that I did it was with the Mattingly. I submitted the Mattingly for grading. I submitted the Darryl Strawberry for grading. And there's something else I can't remember about. So Mookie's doing some promotion. Here's the Alex video. So good. That is the Tide Cobb video. Everybody leave the live stream and go watch it now. If you can, if you want, but after we can finish up soon, so you guys can check that out if you want. So because I think we're kind of winding down here, that might be a good idea. So yeah, we'll finish up. Go check out the video. Mookie posted the link here. You guys can go do that. I'm going to relax for the rest of the evening. But again, guys, don't forget, Hobby Palooza starting this Friday. You guys are going to hear more. You guys are going to hear this shoved down your throats, but it's this Friday, starting Friday, July 18th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sponsored by the Penny Sleever. Isaac is our sponsor for this year, and we are supporting again our friends from Signatures for Soldiers. So be sure to make your donations. We want to surpass last year's goal. Mookie's just sent me a text apologizing. It's okay, Mookie. You didn't end it early. I generally always generally finish around this time, and so it's a good idea. I want to give people an opportunity to watch Alex's video in case they haven't done so yet. But before I'm going to make these quick announcements. Hobby Palooza this Friday. Please join us. The schedule has been released. You can check out that preview video. But this Friday, and then I'll be sharing more information, thumbnails and such, on our Instagram page and on the For Collectors YouTube page as well. And of course, guys, Vintage Trade Night. If you're going to be at the National, come by Saturday after the show finishes. Again, our generous sponsors from Chris Sewell and Jeremy Dodson of Collector Investor Auctions, Leighton of Just Collect, and Howard of A Few of My Favorite Things. We have giveaways. We have a graded mantle card we're going to be giving away. Wax packs, T-shirts on a limited run, and what else is there? Oh man, I'm forgetting something. Sorry. It's been a lot of promotion. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching as always. I appreciate you guys. Again, stick around 8 o'clock for Alex of Bowman 53, Card Room Live, for collectors at 9 p.m. And going back to the link that Mookie left, check out Alex's video now while Alex is setting up for Card Room Live, so you guys can enjoy. I will see you guys on Thursday for Cardboard and Cold Ones, tomorrow for start of the week. So a lot to look forward to. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I'll see you soon. Take care.